What's up? What's up, man? Like Sam Cooke said, long time coming. Woo! Hey, man, it feels so good to be back. You know, we took a little vacation, had to pay some bills. I'm still behind on some bills, but, you know, besides that, still here, still kicking it, still pushing it. And we're going to go ahead and get into today's topic. So what is the biggest problems in relationships and marriages?
You don't want your intro?
You know what? Let's kick a little intro in.
All right.
Hey, what's up? What's up?
I tricked you.
Yeah, you know what? Can't stand you. Can't stand you. Oh, man, you got me. You got me. You got me.
That was just a I miss you right
Welcome
there.
back, everybody.
Yo, it feels good to be back, though.
Yes, it does. I'm excited.
Yes. Now, you really threw me off, man. I was really getting pumped up for that intro, though.
It's okay. Act like you did it.
Hey, what's up, world? You know, this is Renai. And I got my girl Q.
Hello.
I got my girl Soso Lynn.
Hey.
Got my girl Ashley.
Hey,
And I got my girl DJ.
what's poppin'?
Hey, man. Man, it feels so good to be back, man.
I ain't gonna hold you.
Yes, it
I ain't
does.
gonna hold you. It feel good.
Hold on. I don't feel the energy, man. It feels good to be back.
It's up.
Welcome back.
Hey.
It is off right.
That's what I'm talking about, though.
That, like you, when you're in church, your minister be like,
Amen.
Amen. When people say amen. Like, hold up now, man. What's going on? Amen.
Hey, don't miss it. Don't miss the cue, because he gonna double up that amen. Amen.
Oh, yeah. Hey, but tonight
What
is
up?
going to be pretty interesting. But before we get into that, so let me ask y'all, so what y'all been up to? What's happening?
Ooh, life was lifing. These last couple of months we took off.
Exactly.
But productive, I would say, for me. What y'all been up to?
Very productive.
Right?
Yeah,
That's good.
I like that.
That's good. Add that berry to it. Amen, amen. Ashley.
It's been busy. I ain't
like
get no
that.
sleep.
Listen, me neither.
I'm just listening.
As long as it's some good stuff.
That's
you know?
it. That's it. That's good. Renee, where you been at?
Man.
He wasn't even here just now.
Let me tell you. Well, you know, I had lost my grandfather last month.
Oh, yeah.
You know, William Edgar Norman passed away October the 3rd. And, you know, it was, that's probably one of the main reasons why I went on the break, because I ain't gonna say I knew, but just in case,
Yeah.
But overall, I'm a first-time uncle. My younger sister, Janelle Walker. Yeah, so she birthed, baby boy Cairo.
Yeah, I seen him on Facebook.
Yeah.
That I did see a little baby. I said, boy, Renee must have got one of them. That college girl came back for you, ain't her?
Ain't nobody came back for me. Ain't nobody
Hey,
came back
Phil,
for me.
she saw that podcast and decided she gonna come get her boo back.
That's my daddy.
You the pappy that there baby boss?
Not today.
Hey, listen here.
Renee
I
said
know
we
my
gonna stop
body's-
talking about him.
I know my body. I know my body. But it's so crazy because last week, was the elections.
Mm-hmm.
So did anybody favorite candidate got in that y'all wanted to be in? Or
I ain't gonna lie, I didn't even vote. Sorry, y'all.
My heart sank, Ashley.
I didn't either. Don't feel bad. I missed it. I truly did miss
I
it.
don't even know who the candidates were.
Golly, we had one job. We had one job.
Hey, man, we can't.
Life has been life in life.
I listen. I feel you. I did vote, but I think I had a little bit jump because y'all know we went to the to question the candidates and do the panels, and so I got to know a lot of the actually all of them were there, with the exception of Governor DeSantis. But it was good. A couple of my judges won the circuit, so
that's awesome.
yeah. I had to do my homework because y'all know a lot of stuff getting ready to come down the pipelines that we got to keep our eyes open for. So I don't know. I just felt the unction to study them.
I wish I would have. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I don't feel comfortable voting for anybody. If I don't know who.
But
I'm
it's
voting
real.
for.
That's real.
So
That's
I'd
your
rather
honesty.
just not vote.
Very true.
Yeah.
Now, when I do some, can find out, then it's gonna help my community.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you don't want to make the wrong choice. And
Correct.
then it's still on you.
Right.
So.
Right. That's true.
It happened last time. That's what happened last time.
I see who in the office is now.
That part.
Yeah, different subject.
Well, guys, guess what?
What?
This is the last time you guys were in here. We're in a new studio.
Yes. I think that's where the homie vibe is
it
coming
is.
from.
I
like
am loving
this
it.
coziness, y'all. Get
It's
into
really
it.
comfortable.
Get into it.
Yes,
Man, it feels so good to be in the studio. That's one of the main reasons why y'all haven't heard from us, because we was
Relocating, getting a facelift.
We were homeless. That's the word we use, right? We were
Yeah,
homeless.
we was homeless.
We were in between housing.
Yeah. Thank you.
we were not.
We weren't homeless. We just had to downgrade from Section 8 to Section 3.
That's the buzzword.
Yeah. We were in between transfers.
But actually, we upgraded.
Yeah, we upgraded nice. If you come and see how the studio look and what we
Y'all gotta check
doing.
this out. Yes.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta hit Phil, the podcast doctor up.
Oh yes.
Come out
oh,
here and
yes.
see it. This
Oh,
studio lit though.
yes.
Dope.
So let's go ahead and get into the topic. So what is the biggest problem in a relationship or marriage?
I'm nervous.
So before
Wait, can I ask a question, everybody, real quick?
Yeah.
So, how many people here are currently in a relationship and are married?
you took that. See, that's what I was about to say.
Oh, my fault.
Not I said
Nah,
the
Phil.
cat. Not I said the cat.
Okay, let me ask you this.
Let me state for the record,
Right, 'cause you-
because this is the first time that I'm a rat. I've been in wedding after wedding this year, y'all. Okay,
We
this is the
seen
first
it.
time.
Looking like a cute girl.
Girl, this is the first time I'm at a table where everybody is not either, I say
Married
domesticated or married or whatever.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
So I'm gonna go down through the panel. So let me ask y'all. So how many are y'all single? Raise your hands.
Everybody.
everybody.
Okay, now I'm gonna go down the line.
Oh God.
So what the reason why are you single? Let's start with Q. Be honest.
Oh, this.
We about to just air our thoughts.
I'm talking like air it
So
out,
wait.
empty the clip. Like, golly.
So I'm gonna just say that I ain't single.
So you just led us down to the dark road
I thought we said
She's
everybody.
in a situation.
because she's dead on short.
She's in a situation.
So wait, it's an entanglement. Q, we got to talk offline.
I'm sweating right now. That's all I can say.
Oh, he
got on the
watching.
spot.
He watching. Hey, babe. Hey, babe.
We don't mean no harm.
We don't.
Y'all gonna be my 16th wedding?
But yeah, so I'm gonna just pass on that question.
Oh, Lynn, put you on the spot.
That's fine. I think for me personally, the things that I wanted when I was 19 and 20, I no longer want those things anymore. There's certain things and certain ways that I want to be treated, and I don't think nobody has, lived up to that expectation yet.
Right.
So that's fine.
Ooh.
Well,
Who that side? Let's get it juicy.
short. I just feel like I know my value now, and I'm not willing to just give myself to just anybody. So
That's it.
just knowing my boundaries.
That's good. It's interesting because listening to y'all saying it almost sounds like when you say you know your boundaries now, and you say I'm not what I wanted when I was 19 or 30, and for me I always knew I just always knew what was my bar, so that wasn't I'm a rock with it until you hit it.
Right.
A lot of people like to say, it's just standards being high and all that stuff. Nah, that's just you know your value, know your worth. And so I think a lot of people settle for whatever reason, but there's just some of us that are just, we got time. I got time and patience, honey.
Right. Listen, gotta have time.
Yeah.
And patience.
I want to hear Renee's answer.
He been over here brainstorming. What's your reason, Renee? Renee said that girl in college tried to stunt his growth.
Tried to steal his
She
stuff.
ain't wifing like she was supposed to wife.
Basically, what it boils down to is, one, you have to go through maturity. My last relationship, I wasn't mature enough. I had to mature. And I had to take accountability. And I think that within society, people don't want to take accountability for their own actions. And before I get into that part, let me just finish about me. And I realized that I had stages in my life. Because one part of my life, I was not motivated. And women still want to be with me. And I'm scratching my head. I'm like, you dumb
Because you're a project.
ass.
You're a project.
I mean, but exactly, it's the Captain Save-A-Ho syndrome.
But the whole thing
You
about
call Renee a hoe.
no,
Little Red Robin Hood had the red cape now.
no, but basically, the whole thing about it is I think with women, I said this, sometimes they want to mold a guy to their own image, and I'm like, you can't play God. Either he's going to be one way or the other way, but you can't mold him into your own image, and that's where you end up setting yourself up for the downfall. But now I'm more at peace because it took me. I've been single since 2007, so keep on going. I'm going to end up clearing Social Security.
I'm about to say, dang, your singleness could drive.
Yeah.
Driver's permit.
I think I got Renee beat though.
Yeah. So,
Really?
but no. But overall, it's just I had to change a lot of my habits and some of the women that I was talking to and I was entertaining.
Describe who.
Oh, I don't got
They
a problem.
feel going in. Dangerous podcast though. What?
No, I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem. No, it was just, I was at a point. No, because at a point.
Them city girls?
Yeah, more of the city girls type of way. Like
You was attracted to the city girls?
Of course.
Yeah, of course, man.
course.
Men. Listen,
Yes.
men. When it comes to men look at the physical part towards a woman. Okay, women think different from guys. Women look more to the mental part, but we look at the physical part. Then we come up to you, and once we had a conversation, then realizing
She's
nah,
an
this ain't gonna do it.
airhead.
Yeah, this ain't gonna work out.
I feel like they like. I think different. I think men like that
Some of
because
them do.
at some point you can be
That's under
manipulated or
control.
controlled, and you can do whatever you want to do with still obtaining that companionship. So when the more stupider you are, the more they like.
Go with it.
But let's go ahead and get down to the nitty gritty. So
What we got?
so the first part is upbringing accountability. Does that plays a role in today's, when it comes to relationships and marriages?
Upbringing, most definitely. Depending on the upbringing that they were raised in, it could, everybody's background is different. You know what I mean? So depending on what type of relationships they saw growing up is how they'll usually act in a relationship. You know what I mean? So if most people that come from, say, an abusive home, you know what I mean? Or if they come from, we'll say, a single parent home, or you would see the difference. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because a boy that's raised by a single mother, he might treat a woman a different type of way. You know what I'm saying? Than a child that grew up in an abusive relationship. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Being raised by, parents always fighting and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Upbringing definitely is a big deal.
I definitely agree.
I think it boils down to choice, though, right? Because the scenario where you have two children in the same home, for the sake of the scenario, we just say two boys that grew up in the same household, same circumstances, father alcoholic, never home, beat his mom, all of that, right? Then you got one who makes the choice to conform and grow into that environment and replicate those behaviors. But then you have one that understood it from a different lens and decide that I watch my mother and my father struggle with these things, and I don't want that for myself or my family. So I'm going to do everything possible to omit that part. But they still saw the same thing. Because I think it comes down to like how you received it, what the perception was, and then your personal choice for yourself. Some people lean into it for an excuse to be the way they are, for toxicity. Well, I never had this and I never saw that, so what am I supposed to know? But then some people be like, I did see that, and I know I ain't want it. So I made the choice to go this way. So I think they are, in sync in terms of upbringing and accountability, taking the accountability for your choices.
All right.
I agree.
What about you, Lynn?
Wholeheartedly, I definitely agree with both ladies. When it comes to figuring out background, however you were raised, it really doesn't. I don't think it's an excuse for you being as an adult. You feel me? Yeah. We've been through trauma.
Yeah.
We can't just continue saying, "Oh, this is why we're doing what we're doing."
Right.
We have to grow up at some point.
Everybody
eventually.
has to heal.
Exactly. And accountability, nobody wants to take accountability for none of that stuff.
Right.
That's what we use. We use it as a crutch.
Right.
And that's in our culture. I don't know what it is, but we need to break out of it.
Yeah. Well, our whole culture is built off trauma.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Our whole being is.
We need to
So
break out of it.
If people never heal, you can't move forward. So you being in an environment and you not seeing your mother or your father heal, it's like, okay, maybe this is okay for me to just be this way. Like, this is how they love me, so this is how I'm going to show love as well. So it's a key in it, and it's healing. I do think the environment, and I agree with what you said with the perspective of how you see things, because if you see it in a good light, then it's like, okay, let me help my mom be better. Let me help my father be better by me being the example. Mm-hmm. So how you look at it is a big part, I want to say.
right.
And I know DJ, you got any more to put on it?
First of all, don't do me, Renai. But that's really how I look at it, to be honest. Choice.
All right, so let me go and give you my point of view. Yes, upbringing does play a major role in a relationship, because with me is people are grown, like everybody say, everybody's household is different. But at the same time, like I said, still no excuses. And also, let me ask y'all this. So how many of y'all grew up with a father in y'all household?
I did.
That was.
I'm a daddy's girl. I sure did.
I love my daddy.
I did.
I didn't grow up with him in my house.
You can't even meet me for 2 seconds without me talking about my father.
And to me, it's just me. I think that, yes, mothers are important, but I think fathers are just as important.
Correct.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Because, a father is the ultimate standard. And the thing about it is, when you don't have that father figure, because of a child first heartbreak, especially when the father's not there, is the father.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Either parent.
Yeah, either parent, but we talking about with our community, majority of the time is the father.
They're the leaders.
Yes, and
I heard an interesting thing when you say of course the father is important, but there was it was a street interview done about how men felt like if they were intimate with a woman, right, and they used a condom, but for whatever reason condom breaks or whatever reason, if they were seeing a person and and a child is to be conceived out of it, and they tell that woman that they don't want the child, it's the woman's responsibility to abort the child, right? And they feel like if the woman continued to have the child, that it is their responsibility. It exempts them of the role that they played in it because they said that they didn't want one.
Right.
And they felt like that contributed more to the whole single mother's mantra and the dad not being present in the household, because ultimately they feel like the woman controlled that situation.
I believe that's true to a certain extent. Not, I wouldn't say on a wide range, but it is, because that's like you slept with a dude, you might not have really, you know what I'm saying, been dating him like that. You're pregnant. Most people, religion, we don't have abortions. Like most black people, like most of us don't have abortion. If you're pregnant, you're just pregnant with no baby daddy. It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
You just go to Maury and find out.
Right, and I think that's just what it is. You know what I mean? Look.
Not Maury.
But okay, so okay, well, let me ask y'all this, because me, I don't have any kids, and the main reason why I don't have any kids because one, I'm not being on no child support. Two, I want to be married, because when my mother and father had me, they was married. So I'd rather keep that tradition. And plus, me being 37 years old, I might as well do it the right way.
No, don't make it sound like punishment, though. I might as well do it.
No, I'm just.
I'm about to Kroger exactly now.
I'm just saying.
Punishment. I
I'm
get
not
it. I
saying-
feel you.
It is a punishment.
Ooh, it's not a punishment.
I'm playing.
No, but let me ask y'all this: accountability part. So of course, all y'all been in relationships, and some of y'all still single, some not single. Have y'all ever took accountability? Reason why?
Ooh, why you laughing?
Hey, cracker, no. Woo!
Bro, you got 4 women in here.
And no. And the reason Phil,
Phil said he ain't helping you out.
No, the reason why,
bro,
I'm gonna tell you why. Because the reason why, because almost every woman I ever talked to, they always say, well, the guy wasn't this, the guy wasn't that. Then I'm like, so what do you do? Like what you did? Like you was just
nothing.
Innocent. You know what I'm saying? You just innocent person.
Nothing.
I'm not
No,
gonna
I'm
say
not
nothing.
I take accountability.
I take accountability.
Yeah.
I didn't been caught cheating back in my day.
Wait, can you get a little closer to the mic? I don't think the audience.
Excuse me. She said she was cheating back in her days.
Oh,
Like,
Reporting live.
I took accountability. Like I was not to be messed up with. Like especially if I felt like you weren't giving me any attention or something like that, I'd be on to the next so quick.
I ain't taking accountability for nothing I ain't do.
That part
I'm
is
gonna
right.
take accountability.
Yeah, I'm saying no,
Right,
because
she didn't do it though.
I'm
So.
literally, if you, I can't take account. Yo, swear on everything.
So,
'Cause I'm feeling his
She's one of
stare
them.
toe on the side of my
No,
face, and
no.
it's hot because he's staring at me.
No, 'cause no.
But no, you can't. I'm not. Here's the thing. It's easy to. I get it. Like in most cases, I'm just going because I had a friend tell me you're just the exception. I'm the exception. I'm gonna say that I'm the exception, and listen. All of my friends and half of the people I've dated will tell you, like, because I actually did a segment that way where, like, there's a YouTube series where you get to ask the other person questions about why I didn't work out, whatever the case is, right? Now, granted, I've never been in a relationship like that, but dating, I've always been a dater, so in dating, no, I'm very sure, like. I ain't do nothing wrong. They will tell you.
Well,
because you guys were dating. That's
that's the
different.
same thing.
But that's what I'm saying. It's never
Dating.
going. It's never going to get. Like I don't make the choice to settle down if you're mediocre from the beginning.
Correct.
You know
And
what I'm saying?
I agree.
So that's why I can't take accountability for it not progressing because
That means
We didn't get that far.
we ain't getting that
We
far.
didn't get that far to even.
That
find
wasn't
out.
on me. That's on you.
You didn't impress me enough, basically.
Ashley, don't be sitting over there quiet because you gotta take accountability with us.
I
over
do.
here.
I be trying to take it. I take accountability. I don't take accountability on things I ain't do, so I agree with you on that. 'Cause I'm not doing that. But I feel like that's the only way our relationship works, when you take accountability, and that comes with communication as well. So if you know how to communicate with your partner, then there's no there's no hidden spots. So it's fair to say you got to take accountability.
Can I disagree?
I agree.
Why?
I agree and I disagree. First, can you move a little to your left? Ashley, you're out of frame. Okay, so I like how you said that you don't take accountability for things you don't do. One, men do that. When a woman is wrong in a relationship, a man will still apologize for the woman's actions, for one, because the woman won't be accountable for their actions, and they won't apologize to it. B, let me think here. How? Well, no, because I agree with what a lot of y'all are saying, but y'all got to hear from both point of views here.
Right. No, I'm listening.
Right?
I got some questions though.
It's okay. It's okay. And I'm trying to remember what I was going to say, but
okay.
The second
Let me
part
give you the
is,
Renai stare.
Yeah. But no, men do apologize for stuff that they're not in the wrong for, because what I realize is that I'm sure you guys have heard this regurgitated a whole bunch of times. A relationship is only in danger when a woman is unhappy.
Yep.
When a man is unhappy, a man will endure and endure and endure. But when a woman is
that's bull crap.
Listen,
I'm sorry.
Hold on.
They'll endure, but still indulge.
Ooh.
Okay, and the same thing with Q did too. Okay, so it's not like it's one sided. Q literally just said when she gets bored with somebody, she just
Correct.
so you can't point that out.
So you saying it's not one sided?
It's definitely
it's
not.
not one sided.
Not
But
one-sided.
I'm saying what's one sided is I say a man will endure more than what a woman will in a relationship.
Definitely.
But
You
why
think?
won't the guy?
Yeah, of
I
course.
think it's opposite.
I think it's
You
it
cheat
could
on a
be-
man one time. I swear to God, he's snotting boogers,
His world
crying,
over. His world
everything,
is
yo.
over.
He ready to call the boys. You cheat on a woman, she gonna sit there. She gonna let
now
you get
that's
about
the
3 or 4
difference.
bodies.
The cheating
That's not-
aspect
that's-
is
that's-
She gonna
different.
plot.
Oh,
and
baby,
okay,
that
I'm
bank account.
I'm glad you mentioned that. Okay, now it's about to get real serious up in here now. Thank you, Phil. Thank you for opening it up. The difference is
He about to go to church.
no, because
Amen, amen.
It's just real talk. Thing about it is women is all about with them about emotions. Man is logic. So if a woman date a guy, right, and she catch him cheating, well, I take him back. So the accountability is why you taking him back knowing that he cheated on you. Not once, not twice.
Because Anita Baker told y'all no pain, no gain.
Hold on, I'm not finished yet. Take him once. Every time you taking him back, you start to resent him even more and more and more. Then once you fed up with him, it's like, niggas ain't shit. But at the same time, you need to take the accountability because you took them back. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. Well, I need time to heal. That was your fault.
I don't need time to heal.
But Renai, wasn't you the same person that said that people make mistakes?
Yeah, but people make mistakes. But at the same time, if somebody's gonna cheat on you, you know what I'm saying, that means they don't love you.
That's right. They don't
And that
wanna
wasn't
be
a
there.
mistake.
Yeah.
You know, it is. But
I don't believe in it, but I know he said that before on the show.
but also, just to hit on this point is, dang, I forgot, man. Y'all see, you know,
Don't blame me. Don't blame me. Don't blame me. I'm putting holes in your story, Mr. Backpedal. Because you said on a couple of series ago. People make mistakes, you know what I'm saying?
But hold on. Now I got back to me. Whew, thank you, Jesus. But also, no, but also when you think about it, right? With a man, right? So a man catches his wife cheating. You know, he's like, man, screw this. I'm not gonna deal with this. No, they can't take it because we thinking logical. We catch a woman in bed with a whole different man.
You gonna kill her.
Yeah, but you know what, Phil? Hey, play that fresh and fit.
You're gonna kill her.
Play that fresh and fit.
Accepted. Sorry.
You have been dating your girl for however long, 5 years. You take her to Turks and Caicos.
Mm-hmm.
You open up her phone and you seen something from 10 years ago. You're calling it off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like dead ass.
Yeah.
You've already, Dad, this is what I'm doing. Like this, you're calling it off.
Let me ask you another question then. One more time. Another dream scenario to make so this all makes sense. Let's say you go to a fortune teller. That man of your dreams, you find out 5 years from now, he's gonna be broke. No ability to provide security for you. He's gonna become an alcoholic. Would you stay with him now that you're armed with this information?
No.
Fantastic. Women are interested in a man's future. A man is interested in a woman's past. So that's the difference. We are completely opposite in the way we view the opposite gender, the way we view sex, the way we view relationships. There's a masculine and a feminine. There are things that men can do that women can't, and vice versa.
Why are y'all interested in our past?
And not the present. I mean, not the future. Because
I think that's a reach. That's a reach.
That is a reach.
That's a reach. Because I know for a fact there is dudes that take down a girl that's done been with their homie.
Straight
And that's their past. And that's the first excuse they gonna say, man, that was the past.
Listen, I've seen guys wife up females that they know have been
ran through. All up and through the.
And you
the
know
whole
what?
football team done ran
And
through her.
and guess what? And they're fools.
And they'll walk around proudly, just a chest poking.
Straight
Might as well
fools.
come out with a book how to turn a hoe into a housewife.
But
Because they want the glory that they changed her.
But the thing about it is, you know, your past is like, you know what I'm saying, is like your reputation.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some people, you know, when men look at your past, they're looking at your, you know what I'm saying, what have you done in your
resume.
past. Yes, it's like a resume.
I was just gonna say that.
You know, that's your resume. And of course, you
Coochie
know,
facts.
Not car facts, coochie facts.
but you know, but when you,
How many miles it got?
but when you,
Okay, I'm
you know,
sorry.
but when you, but when you are, you know, like today, I'm a changed person, but some guys, okay, you look at a man that doesn't have any kids, right? And he dealing with a woman that has kids. And he realized that I'm not going to date a woman with a certain amount of kids. And it's not wrong for him not to have that logic. But
That's his preference.
yeah, that's his preference. But it all depends on what type of, you know, when it comes to dealing with guys, we look at the past and be like, okay, who's the guy you was with? Why y'all broke up?
I don't want to know.
Why you want to
No,
know?
no.
As a habitual dater, I ain't never had no dude ask me about who I dated, and then they don't really care.
You more interested in my exes or something?
No,
They
because
never asked me.
What's his PlayStation name? I want to play with him.
only reason why I'm asking is
How many
the
points you shoot?
idea of if they're gonna take
type of
accountability,
guys.
what kind of accountability are they gonna take? If they ain't gonna take no accountability, they'll tell you, well, you know, it was all his fault. Okay. And you start talking, you start talking to her, then you realize like, nah, it can't be all his fault. It's some chinks in her armor.
Yeah, so that shouldn't even be an issue. So like me, I call myself delusional. Like once you get with me, you don't have a past. I don't even
Because
like,
what can you go back and change?
Like not only that, like I
What?
just don't care. You know what I'm saying?
See that part, a lot of women y'all mess up at. For instance, right, if you dating a guy that has kids, right, and that same logic, he's not taking care of his kids.
I don't date people.
But
that
that's
take
not
care
a
of
that's
their
a, not a
kids. That's
pass,
not a
honey.
pass.
Your kids are forever.
No.
Yeah.
But at the same time, but his past relationship, but he's not taking care of them.
No.
Then no.
No,
Like,
you
if
gotta
you don't
listen.
take
You're
care of
saying
your
past
kids-
relationship, but you cannot. It's not synonymous with the kid portion because
Yeah.
the kid is forever. That is past,
No, you're
present,
not
future.
you not get what I'm saying.
Or maybe you need to re-explain it a different way, friend. Because I'm trying to-
Because the thing about it
You're
is
reaching
there
up
are,
there.
no. Because there are women that been with guys that, well, you know, he didn't do nothing for the kids. I'm like, why you never ask him or he's active in his child's life?
So basically, they're dating deadbeat dads.
Yeah, and that's a red flag.
But they
It
already
is,
know that
but
that's
that's
a red
something
flag.
that you catch. So listen,
But
when
so-
you
but
say
so- but so
past,
when-
it
but-
has to be prior to you dating that person. You actively dating somebody, you can see their deadbeatness because that child is there. So when you're referencing the past, you have to go prior to you and that person connecting. That child is there at the time of the connection. So now you got to look at the relationships or the breakups. And even then, that does not matter. We are different people. We are not even the same people we were like a month ago, a year ago, 2 years ago. So when you reference the past, you're supposed to be evolving, and that's part of what B.R.O.K.E podcast is about. So in token is like you cannot, when you past don't really matter unless if it is affecting the future
Or
the present.
If it's affecting
That
the
is when
present
it
or
matters.
future, then that's what it
But
matters.
yes, do you lose points? If I would typically ask those questions about the past because I like to know the why behind the why. How did you become this virgin you are now, and so on and so forth. But when that question helps you understand the person that's standing before you. But it is the telltale. You do need to know. But I have in my dating, I have never had a man ask that.
I don't think it's bad to know, but you have to look at the pattern now. Like, are you still doing the same thing that you were doing in a relationship before? Like, is it still going? Are you still cheating now? Like, while we're talking right now, are you still, talking with 5 other girls while you talking to
But
me?
you're supposed to.
Yeah.
That's what
how the
dating
game
is. So, like, it's different because if you're in a relationship, you shouldn't be entertaining. But while you're dating is that's dating that you're supposed. I think that's where most people get it messed up. Like they cut everybody off to focus on this, and then nobody asks you to do that. Now you be like, well, what happened when it don't? Because you put all your eggs in one basket.
Yeah.
So that's why people.
But I'm a good basket.
The wicker was hanging out the bottom. I'm trying to tell you, but the Easter Bunny couldn't hold the eggs.
I can't. I've never been able to do that. Like, I can't be in a relationship and then not in a relationship, but dating and then talking to 5 other people because
It's defined. How do you define talking?
Like we talking,
Somebody has to
we're
get-
getting to know each other,
So then, how do you define dating?
getting to know each other.
So that's the problem. That's the problem. Everything is we go together. That's what everything you said. Just said.
We go
Look,
together.
I'm Ashley. Ask me something cute.
And that's how we're getting confused.
Look. I'm talking to I'm talking. Come, Ashley. I'm talking to you. Okay, I'm babe. Look, I'm about to be you, and you babe. Okay.
Hey, DJ.
My name is Ashley. We go together.
But we not. It's an extent to where
I just
I'm
said
letting
we
you
go
in.
together, Mom. Like I
real
don't even
bad.
understand. We go together real bad.
For real.
Real bad.
You don't know we go together till I actually say it, till I make it known that this is. We
So
get-
I'm that person. Like we go together.
What?
So it's kind of like we don't break up where we're dating.
Like I'm that
and
person.
then
Like
it gets
this
to,
is not really a conversation that we had. You just know, and you just know, like yeah, like.
But see, that be the unspoken, and that's the thing. It's the unspoken unknown because I think I've been in those situations where you just like, yo, like
That's when it's
you-
called a situation.
It's right because
Because you
I don't
don't
like
know.
meeting people kids. It's my preference not to date people kids, but that's just inevitable at this point. So, you be like, yeah, I just want you to meet my kid and my mom and whatever. Excuse me.
Right.
Who said we was ready for that?
Okay.
He did.
Oh, but I bought you fuzzy socks and you bought me that. Yeah, but that wasn't. We don't go together. We don't.
You need
When
a
do y'all-
nanny.
We
Real
don't.
bad.
When do y'all think? I'll ask a question. When do y'all think is the introduction to we're in a relationship?
When you had that conversation to discuss what you require in a relationship, because what you require, dating is going to be a little bit different, but you should be progressing to certain things, and it looks different. So when you have that expectation conversation that this is what I require for this long-term situation or relationship, and you could check those boxes off that you're capable of doing that, and i.e. showing those things, that conversation warrants the next step.
So do you actually have that conversation? Because that seems hella awkward.
Oh, I'd have that conversation. I do. I have that conversation.
So you
And that's where we fall. But again,
where it falls.
that's
Try to
where
avoid
we.
that.
I
I think
rather.
that's what we try to avoid.
No,
because
I
you
peel the
just
scab
don't
off.
want. It's kind of like a sore where you're peeling that scab and you tell them,
I
man,
peel the
hey,
scab.
what are we? And it's like, oh shit, we was just
But they
chilling.
always-
what happened?
yeah.
We
I
was
don't
good.
necessarily. I hate the we are we. I honestly do.
Like, what
so
are
I
we?
don't ask what are we. I don't ever ask that because one thing they're gonna say, regardless, we just chilling. What
just
you mean?
chilling. You my homegirl.
Nah. So like,
And then that's what I think what a lot of relationships do go wrong. Nobody don't.
when I had a conversation,
Yeah,
Cause
they're running from it.
Here's the thing about it: relationship and courtship. Do y'all know the difference between the two?
most definitely.
And here's the thing about it is, and I think me personally, as of lately, I don't want no relationship. I'm looking for a courtship. In other words, I'm looking for something that lead towards marriage. Because the thing about when people be in relationships 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, and then what happened? You end up having children. The whole time. Then it didn't work out. Now you mad saying I done spent all my years. Oh, you know what I'm saying? You did not state it from day one of what you wanted. And even you did had a first child, you be like, okay, so I done had this child. So what we gonna do? If he like, that's when you got to put your foot down, because that's when you got to know your worth.
Yes, that's what I was just about to say. Because at that point, after y'all done had a baby and all this other stuff, you know what I'm saying? I can see, people do have, but that should have already been discussed.
A lot of people don't discuss it. But I always grew up that you're supposed to always court your woman. It is not a separate step. You have to
relationship
continue.
you're in, but you always court.
You're always courting, and that's what we miss, right? A lot of people have the firework factor when everything is new. That flame dies down, and that's what kills the momentum in a relationship, because now you stop doing the things that it took you to attract, keep, and maintain that person, and then you get comfortable, and then now you get complacent, and that becomes the end. So that's why when kids come a part of it, now you're just stuck in routine. Yeah. There's no excitement, and then that's when cheating happens and all this other interest. Somebody's able to come and provide that new level of excitement because you stop doing it. You stop courting. You stop doing the things that takes the wow factor.
All right.
Wait, hold on. Let me ask you a question. This is for you specifically, DJ, but everybody can answer this question. Is there a gender role when it comes to courting? Because here's the reason. This is what I'm getting to. I feel that women have gotten complacent in the fact that they rely on the man to do all the courting, and men can do it, but men like to be treated well as well. So, do you feel that women kind of drop the ball on that end?
I'm gonna answer first since it was directed. I'm going to say, I don't think they dropped the ball. I just think what women feel courtship looks like in terms of what they receive is different than what a man would want. Right. I fairly, and I don't know if it's because I date older, so they rarely want gifts. What they want is the acts of service. Are you gonna fix my plate? Are you gonna do the small things? If I'm tired, are you gonna, like cook for me? Are you gonna take this off my plate for me? Like, they like the acts of service, while women like the gifts. That is where they place value. Most of them. I don't like it,
I was gonna say I don't really.
But most people do when they get something new and shiny. It's something that they can put in a girls group chat. You feel me? That is their thing. So I think it looks different. I'm not gonna say they dropped the ball. It just looks different. They go for different things, and that's where that knowing your love language is the major thing. Because, like, if you're in a relationship and you're dating or whatever, right? Your love language is words of affirmation. I can buy you the Birkin, the Teflon, the everything. You don't care. Right. It's not gonna matter because that's not how I receive it. I want you to tell me how much I mean to you. I want you to call me up and random on your lunch break, like, yo, I'm thinking about you. That is what she's going to receive.
But that's where my question lies. Do you feel that women have dropped the ball in that? Because they want to be loved how they want to be loved. Right. Not how their man wants to be loved.
Yes.
And then they don't reciprocate that.
Yes.
Correct. Reciprocity dies.
This is exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
How man won't say anything and he's not getting that service.
Now that I get.
He will endure it, and he will endure it. But when it happens to a woman, she will complain, complain, and then she will leave.
Yes. Right. Now in that aspect, I do feel like that.
Some men don't open up.
No, some women don't listen.
Yes, that part.
Some men don't open up.
But think
because
about
they can't either.
Hey, you know what? Play that clip there from the roommates, both of them.
Okay, hold on.
Both
like that's where I think the lapse is happening. Where if even statistically, it's like men need more, and I love what you all do, and I am a lover of men. I have an incredible dad. I have so many incredible men in my life. I wouldn't be who I am today without men. I love men, and I love to see men being supported. And I'm somebody who has benefited from the mentality of feminism, which is let's work together, let's hold each other accountable. Let's, if I was meeting for universities, I would go to the women's group in specificity to try and see if there was an in there for me. So I utilized my gender to help build a community to get myself further ahead. I think men need the same thing. Yeah. You need that community to say like, come on, like I'll pull you up as I'm going up too.
Yeah.
But now I don't have to have that discussion with women. There's very few women that I did a retreat 2 weekends ago, and I was amazed at the resumes of these women who were coming.
Yeah.
Just incredible as individuals. And we had an aha moment with one of them because she was like, I've accomplished everything, but I just cannot connect. Like, what is the problem? And I was like, read me the 10 books on your nightstand right now. She had a stack of books. And they were all like, be the best version of yourself, be independent, you don't need anybody else, happiness from within, self-care, masturbation 101. And so you're not reading any tools that are teaching you how to go outside of self.
Yeah. No, that's interesting because this leads me to.
All right.
Play the other one.
That's both of them.
That's both of them? Oh, you did them like that? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So what do y'all think about that clip?
That must have been just at her retreat.
Yeah.
Because women in general are raised outside of self. Because we are raised to care for the male, care for the children. At work, you are the supporting role most of the time. In this era, yes, we got a lot more female bosses. We got a lot more standing on stuff. Yeah. However, nature versus nurture.
Listen, it's not
naturally, we are raised to be caretakers.
Right. Correct. And it's just like we were forced into this independent woman thing that everybody wants to be. And I tell people all the time, not like they be like, oh, I'm an independent woman. I don't want to be an independent. I want to be a soft, dependable wife. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but we were pushed into that place. You know what I'm saying? So it made us a little strong and a little hard, and we focusing on so much. And a lot of times it's hard when you got all these kids to try to focus on his needs when you have to focus on the whole household needs. You know what I'm saying? I think that's kind of where it comes in, especially if y'all both are working, you know what I'm saying? But you're taking care of the house and he's just working, because that's what you see a lot of times. Only thing he really does is work, but you're taking care of the house and you're taking care of the kids.
And you're going to work. And you're
trying to take care of him, you know, and you're going to work. So I think it's just everybody in the wrong role right now, I feel like. You know what I'm saying? I think men need to step up. They need to be the king, of the castle. And we need to play our parts and be queens. You know what I'm saying? And the kids need to fall in line.
But why does queens have to equate to being less worth? Like,
it's not because
I'm more of the technical person, right? If you look up the definition of independent means having enough money to support oneself without help from others.
Listen,
why do I gotta be broke?
You know who says you gotta be broke?
But you saying you don't. You saying
no, but I'm saying it's just this thing that everybody's like, oh, I want to be. And why? Listen, being with a man doesn't mean that you're still not independent. You understand what I'm saying? Because you can still pay all of your bills and still take care of all of you,
right?
And be independent in a relationship, in a marriage,
right?
You know what I'm saying? But what it is the way they do it is they don't need a man for nothing. I don't need a man for nothing. And guess what? You probably don't. But you really do. You know what I mean? Like, you don't need him to provide, but you need him to protect. You need him to lead. There's things that men were put here to do, what God put them here to do. And that's what they should be doing, and the women should be doing as such, I feel.
So I think it's the glorification of the without community portion, not necessarily the act of independence. And that's what I feel like the struggle is.
Correct.
People turn the definition into whatever the hell social media told you that it is.
Right.
Because there's nothing wrong with being an independent woman. There is nothing wrong with that. And when people stop pushing that narrative and have the understanding that you still got to be the male that warrants me to be submissive.
Right.
You still have to become the male and step up to the plate that warrants me to take the white hat off. That's your part. That has nothing to do with me being independent, because hunty.
And that's what some of our men are lacking.
And that's the problem. And I'm not pointing fingers because I feel like as a woman, there's nothing wrong with having those accolades. Want to make a man break down those walls, then you doing your part wrong.
That's the part of you choosing the right partner.
I do believe that too, because if you're a strong woman, you definitely need a stronger man.
Right.
Because, like, for me, I'm a headstrong woman. Like, I've been a single mom all my life. I'm the oldest kid. You know what I mean? So I've always had that I got it situation. You know what I mean? So,
but sometimes you gotta learn. Sometimes you gotta fall back when you find that alpha male.
When I find somebody
alpha male.
you know what I'm saying? When you have somebody that you can submit to, then you will.
But even okay, people look at submission as like taking a whole step back, and then
A whole step?
Or just letting a man, or just letting that person be
No, I'm asking. A whole step
or a hold.
A hold.
Hold step.
Oh, okay. Now I was just make take a whole step back. What is that? Tell more.
Here's the thing about it, right? I think being submissive is not being like you bowing down to your man. It's more of being that listener. You can still be a team player. You still could be a boss, but at the same time, is your strong points. His strong points.
It's teamwork.
It boils down to teamwork.
Either you on the right team or the wrong team.
I feel like everybody you have to submit to each other. It's not a woman just submitting to a man. Correct. I believe that in a marriage, in a relationship that will actually work and last, y'all have to submit to each other. Because sometimes, like he said, a man needs some attention. He might need some comfort. You know what I'm saying? And he might just need to lay on your chest.
He might need a day he don't want to be strong.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when he needs you to hold him up.
But what that come down to? Trust.
Yeah.
If I don't trust that you can lead the ship without sinking it,
yeah.
how can I?
But that's the whole point of you getting to know someone. That's what you ask questions. When you don't ask questions, you fall into a hole that you don't even pay attention to. You fall down, and when you fall down, now it's too late. Now you can't get out of it. But also, I want to go ahead and go down to finances. That also plays a big role in relationships and marriages. So let me ask y'all this. So should it be 50-50 or should it be the traditional way? Go down through Q, then Lynn, Ashley, then DJ.
Ashley turned her head.
So I honestly don't feel like it should be a number of, it shouldn't be it shouldn't be like a 50-50 situation or 80-20. You know what I mean? I just feel like if we're together and the bills get paid, you might pay the rent and I might pay the lights. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Or you might pay the rent and the lights and I keep food in the house or whatever our situation is. But I believe everybody's situation is different because at some point in time, I could be making the more money in the house. You know what I'm saying? And he could be making less money or he could be making more money, so he takes the head of the bill. You know what I'm saying? I think it depends on people's financial situations. Correct. You know what I'm saying? Because think about it. I'm going to just say for me, I got a couple mil, you know what I'm saying? And he got a couple $100,000. He ain't got to pay, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're going to put your money up, you know what I'm saying? But it just makes sense to me, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not a money person. I don't really care about money. Like, our finances is our finances, you know what I'm saying? As long as our bills are paid, and that's the thing about it. To me, that's just so weird. Once we become one, everything is ours. Correct. You ain't got nothing I ain't got. Correct. You know what I'm saying? Them $10, $5 of mine, and $5 is yours. And if you need 2 of my 3, you know what I'm saying? It's never. I'm not having them type of conversations in my marriage. I'm not, because no.
I don't think it's a conversation for marriage. It is a conversation for dating.
No, I'm just saying, like, Even you'll see those things while you're dating. You know, that's why I'm saying, like, it should be a conversation for dating, but by that time, like, I'm not messing with nobody that's stingy.
So how come men are treated like ATMs? Sometimes?
Exactly.
Because that's what they lead with.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Pretty much.
Nah.
I have never.
No.
Yes.
Some of them do. Yeah.
I have never had a do not lead with it. I kid you not. And it looks differently. Yes, it looks different. Some won't pull up in the flashy fit, but it sound good to get to dinner and say, get whatever you want, it's on me. Mm-hmm. But they don't have to dress the part. When you got some that wear their money and then be like, here, do this, go get this, or whatever the case is. But you led with that. You led with that. And then you get supreme surprise when the city girl want to run up a check. But then again, that's what you physically attracted to because you can see it. You can see a city girl, I don't care what you say, from a mile away.
You can tell she's about money. She walking around with red bottoms.
You can see it, but you want to ignore the red flags because it meant more to you for that one night.
But you know what the thing about it is, when it comes to financial, most women ain't gonna date a guy that make less than them. I don't care what anybody say on this panel.
I think that's a lot too. There's a lot of broke baby daddies running around this.
Yeah,
that's definitely not true.
They still ain't getting a man.
I think
if you got your typical modern woman, She's
Gold
not.
digger? Say a gold digger.
Yeah.
No.
Say a gold
No, you got traditional women, you got modern women. Your traditional modern women, something like dang, what was that girl name? Storm. I can't forget what her name is. I forgot her name, but women like her,
trainer?
huh?
The fitness trainer?
No, she's not a fitness trainer. She's like a she's supposed to be like quote unquote life coach.
Stormy Wellington.
Yeah, it was supposed to be life coach, and she having women spend all this money to show them that how you can get you a man that make a decent amount of money. All this money.
Oh no, that's not Stormy. I know who you're talking about.
But the thing about it is, you have women that have unrealistic expectations for how much men make. Well, I need a man to make six figures. Well, do you know how long he got to stay at his job?
And do you make six figures?
And you know what I'm saying? And that's the thing about it. Well, I can't. I'm like, okay, you know what? Prime example. This one chick I was talking to.
He lit his lips.
She
to that story.
she told me she made six figures. And she looked at me. I told her, she's like, what you do? I said, well, I have a podcast show as well as
You never leave with podcasts. They will run.
Thank you for saying that.
No,
because at this point I'm doing the whole Annalise Keating.
I was just just conversation.
I'm fucking with you.
So I'm like, hey, you got to. I said, podcast. I said, I do Uber Eats, and I do, I work at Brooks Brothers. So she looked down at me because I didn't make that certain amount of money. She said, I'm looking for somebody more of her level. Okay, I couldn't, I'm gonna be real. Yeah, I felt some type of way because I feel like, hey, I'm doing something with my life. At least I ain't doing nothing. But when I had to look at the overall picture, I couldn't get mad at her because I realized she knew what she wanted.
You're an upstanding man. Because some men egos get bruised at that moment, and they cannot push past it, and that's why I'm still single.
And that's the what I'm saying, that's the whole thing. Why I love her to give me a chance, of course, but at the same time, she's up here and I'm right here, and I told her, I said, no, the only thing what you did is motivate me. You know what I'm saying? Because that's gonna make me.
Hey, I got PTSD. I did the church finger raise. I'm sorry, but yeah, I just did this and it caught me. Sorry.
No, it made me realize that that what I it just gave me that motivation. But as like the finance part, is a conversation that it has to be had when you in a marriage, in a relationship, because like I have 4 cousins that are married. 2 of them, my cousin, he makes 6 figures. My cousin husband, he makes 6 figures. Then I have 2 cousins, they do great for themselves, but they have that conversation because to know, like, okay, I pay this, I pay that. Like, prime example, my cousin, she makes more than her husband, okay? But he's a teacher in the state of Alabama. They get paid monthly. See, the state of Florida, they get paid every 2 weeks. So when he get his check, he pays the rent and he pays the utilities. Everything else, she pays it because she got advice from my uncle and aunt, and my aunt told her, like, hey, well, like our marriage, Walter, he pays all the bills, and the money that I get, I save it.
Ask her, does she shut the fuck up sometimes though? Because sorry my language, but I'm gonna make a joke here, but if a man is paying like everything, y'all gotta shut the fuck up sometimes, for real. Because
I'm gonna be quiet.
Y'all be quiet.
I'm not.
No,
I said sometimes. I said sometimes.
I'm be quiet, but then I'm be talking again.
I ain't be quiet for nothing. You hear me?
Get a pet.
You need a pet. You got me messed up. You gonna hear this mouth in the morning,
and I hate saying this. I hate saying this because me being a black man, that's why you do have black men that do date outside of their race.
Bullshit.
That's no different.
In the words of my father. Bullshit.
No. Because
But real talk, before you get there though, I feel like I feel like we need to give away some money real quick.
For real.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like
We got some people waiting.
I feel like we got to give away some coins because we was gonna start at 7. We an hour in, y'all. I'm ready to give away some money.
Money.
Yo.
Get this money.
Tell a friend. Tell a friend and tell a friend. Share right now. We about to do trivia. Y'all, it's been a minute. I'm hot. We back and we doubling the pot.
Yes.
All right. So it's gonna be $40.
$40.
$40 a question. But
Call in.
before you try to claim your coins, y'all, I need y'all to like the page and subscribe. That is the only way you're going to get your Cash App. If you answer the question correctly, you need to leave your Cash App handle in the comments with a picture of your subscription. Whatever Snapchat of your subscription.
Turn your volume off, Renee.
on YouTube.
So that we can go ahead and get you your coin. So 352-717-4071 is the number to call. All right, y'all ready?
Well, so we're just waiting for the first caller.
All right. So
That's all.
again, y'all, trivia is about to start.
Trivia has started.
Well, it has started.
We're just waiting on
It
the
has
first
started.
caller.
So I'm gonna need y'all to call in.
And get some of this
$40 a question.
Yes.
That's a lot of
This
money.
has been the
You
biggest
can keep
pot
calling.
since we started. Oh yeah, by the way, you can answer multiple questions to win a total of $200.
Wow.
Come on, call in.
And if you want me to go back home with it, that's fine too, because I need Christmas bundles.
And if you get $200, you can tell your spouse to shut up.
You can pay that light bill this month
Yeah, they can't talk about
by your submissiveness. So,
it. Here we go.
all right.
Hang on. You're live on the air. Who's this?
This is Shayla, and I'm trying to win these $40.
Shayla, what do you do?
Hey.
All right, we finally give you your funky 40 today, girl. All right, you ready?
Hey, I'm ready.
All right. Now, how many colors are there in the rainbow? A,
Oh my
7,
God.
B, 11, C, 16, D, 32. What you got? Do, do,
Oh
do.
my God.
Think long, think wrong. Think long, think wrong. Go
See?
Shay Shay. Go Shay Shay. Go Shay Shay. Go
Are you
Shay
$40 richer or are you broke? Come on, you got 5 seconds.
C, let's go with C.
C as in 16?
Okay, let's go with B.
All right. B as in 11. And let me tell you, Shay Shay, girl. You ain't get that one done. Try again. Call us
Somebody
back.
else
Call us
call
back.
in.
Call us back. Now, if anybody want to beat Shay Shay, y'all already heard it. Y'all call us up if you think you know the answer to that one. How many colors are in the rainbow?
Here we go. We got one more.
Come on, let's go.
I don't know.
Who's on the line?
Dedrick.
Dedrick.
Yes.
Turn your volume down.
Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, I already know that answer because I know it from grade school.
All
All right, what you got, Dedrick?
It is 7: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet, indigo.
Yo! Hey, Dedrick, let me just drop your Cash App in the comments and send me that screenshot of your subscription, and we good money, all right?
I got you.
Congrats on your $40.
All right.
Hey.
That is question number 1.
That's
answered.
question number 1. Y'all call us up. We got some more money if you're trying to get some
All right,
more.
here we go. You're live on the air. Who's this?
Hi, it's Rena.
Hey, Rena.
Hey,
Hey.
All right, Rena, you trying to get your funky 40?
Yes, I need my funky 40.
All right, girl. Crab legs on the way. This going to be real easy for you, all right? The color orange is named after the fruit. Is this true or false?
You said it's a color orange named after what?
Is the color orange named after the fruit? True or false?
Yes. True.
Ah, you got some money, girl. All right. We need you to make sure you like and subscribe, screenshot, and post your Cash App in the comments. We got your money coming to you.
That one made me second guess.
I ain't gonna hold y'all. Some of these I did not know.
Where'd you find these questions on like kindergarten stuff?
Hey man, I thought it was a little bit hard, man.
I don't know
What
this
school you went
either.
to? You went to a magnet school or nothing?
I did actually, yes. But
Got me all.
I have an IQ of 190. Just
Okay, public school don't fail me. I got you. All right, y'all. We got some more money. Let's go. 352-717-4071.
And y'all can keep calling back.
You can
Keep calling back.
I want my Shay Shay to get some money.
Yeah, call back, Shayla.
Come on. Call back. Get some more money.
Whose speaker is that? Turn your volume all the way down. We can hear it.
That me. That's Renai. He said ain't him. All right. Look, y'all, we got some more money to give away. We got like what, $60 left.
Call back in now.
Yep, 352-717-4071. Phil said they'll try to call him after hours. He ain't answer.
And it happens. Somebody called me this morning at 10 o'clock this morning, trying to do trivia. I said, hell no. All right, here we go.
All right.
It's me.
Is that Shayla?
It's me again. Let's go.
All right, Shayla, you ready, girl?
Hold on. Shayla, you there?
I'm here.
All right, Shayla.
I'm here.
All right, hold on. People are trying to call at the same time. You still there?
I'm here.
All right.
All right, bet. True or false? In 2010, Twitter and the United States Library of Congress partnered together to archive every tweet by American citizens. And if this don't
I didn't even hear the question.
Here, I'll turn the music off.
Okay, true or false? In 2010, Twitter and the United States Library of Congress partnered together to archive every tweet by American citizens.
Why you have to give me something hard? Let's go with false.
Dang, Shayla, girl, I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you.
All right, well, since that was a true-false question, she got it wrong, so that question's burned.
Yeah.
That question is burned, so it is true. Do you know the story behind that?
I do.
Tell us the story behind that.
All right, so boom, right? Y'all know the American government is messed up. Long story short, they was actually, you know how, well, Trump kind of exposed this. We have a lot of foreign affairs or like deals with foreign affairs, and sometimes that we get caught up on. And Twitter, being one of the largest platforms at the time, was able to, a lot of people post. And it comes, you know how they bring it back up, or you see something like whatever you post. A lot of deals were being made through different codes by way of post. So you know how like Elon was posting about different trades for stocks and stuff like that. When we do a lot of foreign exchanges with other countries, it interferes with their market, and we already know that. So there's different partnerships that were formed. So they tried to archive them so that there's nothing. If they filed a grievance or charge or whatever against the United States for these claims, there wouldn't be nothing to bring it back up. There'd be nothing to get caught on.
All right, who's on the line now?
Dominique.
Dominique.
What's up, girl?
Yeah, this is trivia?
No, we got a question for you. You ready?
Hold on, let me get my iPad ready.
No, heck no. But nobody else had time, so we moving and grooving. Snooze, you lose. So, what color is the X in FedEx ground?
I have multiple choice there.
What
color is that?
What color is the X in FedEx ground? A, brown. B, gray. C, green. D, red.
Now, she said FedEx ground. Remember that. That's a different logo than just FedEx.
I know.
Okay, and what was the option?
A, brown. B, gray. C, green. D, red.
Green.
Mookie. You got it, girl.
FedEx come around your house all the time.
Hey, Kruma came early for you, girl. Go ahead and get your packages.
Dominic, leave your info in the chat.
Can I pay it forward to the next winner?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
That's a blessing.
I like that. So the next winner can really call.
$80. $80.
Next
Thanks,
winner
Dominic.
gets $80 if you get it right.
Yeah.
This is it.
That was a blessing.
That's a blessing.
So this is the last question worth $80.
$80. Call in.
$80, y'all. We got an $80 pot. I don't think y'all understand what this is about to do. I'm sweating.
Shayla's mad. Shayla, you can call back.
Shayla,
one more
come on,
time,
girl. I want to give you this $80 for all the questions you called in and missed.
Right?
And it's sad that you ain't got nobody out there supporting you, but we believe in you. We are all rooting for you. I just gave her the name Shay Shay. Dang. All right, y'all. Call us up, 352-717-4071. I got $80 left on this one.
Somebody, here we go.
My last try.
All right, my last try. Here we go.
All right. This is the question. What is the highest grossing holiday movie of all time? A, Home Alone. B, Die Hard. C, Batman Returns. D, Jingle All the Way.
Oh my.
Is it A, Home Alone?
Is that Shayla girl?
Yeah.
Okay. You got $80. You literally just came back and won all of the questions that you missed. You got $80, girl.
Shayla, what are you going to do with the money?
Shayla, what you finna do with your $80?
You want to know the truth?
Yeah.
By crap?
Tell the truth, Shayla the devil.
I'm going to play bingo.
Bingo hall, here she comes.
Flip that money.
I'm going to play bingo.
Yes, girl, congratulations.
Shayla, don't forget to put your
Don't forget to put your Cash App, okay?
In the chat, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, that was fun, y'all.
It was.
Yeah.
That was so fun. Look, y'all, we got more trivia. So thank you to Dominique who blessed the next caller, because that's just a small testament of what we do here. Bless it, pay it forward. But y'all, I need y'all to share this, like this. Tell somebody else to win it. This gonna be y'all Monday night bingo.
Right.
What we got coming up next, Renee?
Oh, well, we got a celebrity gossip.
Ooh.
And before we get into that, we still got some unfinished business.
Oh no, my God.
Yes, because, before we got into trivia, I made a statement and, I got cut off. Got cut off.
Shots fired.
Yeah. But no, let's get to what I was about to say. So I said a part about into like dating outside your race. I watch podcasts like Roommates, watch stuff like Fresh and Fit, and of course dealing with Kevin Samuels. And the thing about it is, you have what goes on in a relationship and dealing on the man part. Men don't feel like they are being heard. And by man not being heard, it's not all black women. Of course not. But you have some that do feel as though they date outside their race, the grass is green on the other side. So to the men that feel that way, what would y'all tell them?
Everybody has their own experience. We can't really just paint out what you like and what you don't like. At the end of the day, communication, like everyone is saying, is key. Whether we talk about it and get past it, whatever you feel like I don't bring to the table, somebody else might bring, it's up to you. We all choose who we want to be with. And, at some point, we either learn with each other or else we outgrow each other.
I think when it comes to interracial dating, we seriously have to stop putting a bullet on it, a target on it. We can't really define one's reason for the choices that they make for who they date, because in all actuality, most of it just comes down to how you feel, how that person makes you feel. And I'm one that I understand preference, but I think a lot of insecurities are masked with that word. Yes, do people have stigmas and scars for their reason of dating outside of their race? I absolutely see that. But I do believe that most of the time it comes down to the choice. Like, you consciously made the choice for how this person makes you feel. And that's your choice.
I think for people that do, decide to date out their race, which I don't judge, do what you do, but the black community, they don't talk to, like we don't talk to each other the same way as we would to another race. So we're more aggressive when it comes down to our race versus if we're talking to, example, a white person. You talk with more class.
You code switch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's where I think a lot of the communication lacks because you're not even on the same tone as you would with somebody else.
Which is why they say black women are angry.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you guys are angry. That's why we go to the white woman. Okay, and she gonna throw you in jail. So what's
my
the
tone
difference?
is the same with everybody.
Yeah.
Like I guess because I'm a businesswoman and I just don't switch back and forth. Like, this is me. This is who you get all the time. So I don't really like.
Yeah, I don't know.
I've seen that.
I mean, most people do. You know, you get on the phone, like, you know, you got that voice if you don't want nobody to know it's you. Hello, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I think we all do that. I think we all switch tone. I don't think because you don't know who's on the other side of that phone. So that's first and foremost. I think it's by way of the business class. If you are operating a business or professionally, whatever it is, but I think it depends on what you were raised to see. Because growing up in New York, our white, our Hispanic, our Indians, our everybody had the same culture. Like, there was that racist crap that happens down here in the South. We ain't experienced that because your neighbor is literally like, man, I wish we had the Hispanics that don't speak Spanish. They speak straight New York, whatever they give us. But we didn't. Honestly, me personally, I've never experienced it. That division until I got to the South, and I don't know if it's because it originated here, because of just culturally, just how it was in the South. But up top, that's why it's called the Big Apple. That's why it's called the melting pot, because once you're there, everyone fall in line with just the culture of how it is.
All right, I got one more clip. Play that Boosie clip.
You sure?
Yeah.
But it fucked up everything. Marriages. Everything.
You're talking about social media.
At first, your bitch used to just see the niggas at work, you, and that's it, and come home. That's all she had to look at. Now she got about 30,000 niggas to look at. You heard me? For when you don't act right. And she hypnotized by all the other the bitches getting shit on Instagram that she ain't getting. So all that time you didn't put in but no money, it fucked up everything. It fucked up you too. All you had to look at was your side bitches, your bitches at work, your bitch at home, and come back. That's all we had. That's all.
That's true though. I believe it is. It's a lot of looking.
And this is what comes down to the last part of it: relationships and marriages.
Hell yes.
Yes, and if anybody's saying no, they in there now.
Yeah, they are.
So let's go down through the panel. So Q, you up?
I just think it's like a lot of, like he said, you could see more. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many other women to go and look at. You know what I mean? And it's just at the tip of your phone. You could be sitting right next to your girl. You know what I'm saying? You literally sitting there next to her, and you could be looking at another woman on the phone. You know what I mean? And it's just like, it's just weird. People be jumping in your DMs, you know what I mean? And we didn't have all that back in the day. Like, we met on the porch. You know what I'm saying? So now it's a lot more opportunity is what I'll say. It's a lot more opportunity with social media to interact with people.
Correct. I agree. Before, you got to think we were sending letters and stuff and writing notes. Now it's definitely you're out at a restaurant and now your boyfriend or whatever is sitting there, y'all at a table waiting on your food. You're barely having a conversation because he's sitting there just strolling. Okay, I like what she got on, but not one time did he compliment you. So yes, it plays a part where it's like, well, damn, you might as well just hit up the girls that you're double tapping and, appreciating how they look. And just invite them to dinner because clearly we just staring at each other, breathing, talking right now because no communication. So yeah, it plays a big role, especially when you're telling that person how you're feeling. And it's like, okay, I don't appreciate that. And then they're like, man, whatever, it ain't nothing. I'm just double tapping. They kind of disregard that. So yeah, it plays a big part.
Yeah, I agree, of course. I hate to talk about social media because it's just ridiculous. There's a lot of comparison when it comes to social media. So you may be in a relationship, and because you see on the shade room or something, you know, this is relationship goals. They on a boat, they on a yacht. Look how far they come. You're like, okay, why we not there? So then you go to the next female and like, okay, well, I can do this with her. So you're comparing down the line until you get that relationship goal and not realizing who you are and where you're at and not even trying to fix you. So it just becomes a comparison game to everything. Like, we don't have this, so we're not successful in our relationship. And not even being happy in where you are now and learning to extend to build and grow to where you need to be. So
You've heard the term grass is greener, but it's not always the
always.
case. It's green where you water it.
Correct.
right.
Yeah.
Correct. That plant dies, then the relationship dies.
Yeah. You know, I think it comes down to where people place their value. Because I would never be bothered by my man scrolling on anything, double tapping, whatever. Like, that type of stuff personally don't bother me. Because at the end of the day, that is what social media was created to do. Boost up algorithms so that you get likes and followers, sell products. That's just the nature of it. In the relationship, however, we don't have phones at the dinner table. We don't have phones in the bed. We disconnect the minute you are off work, unless if there is something like your phone is on the charger, right? But again, you have that separation of space. And I think what it comes down to is people not setting those boundaries and expectations out the gate that will destroy a marriage later on. Because if you're placing your value into your device, that you need it updated so you get all the downloads whenever the apps update, that's where that's where the accountability come in. You've placed your value for whatever reason. If social media validates who you are because of how many likes you get, you place your value there. If social media validates the strength of our relationship by what you're able to showcase, you place your value there. Right. But if you watch and if you actually pay attention to how you maneuver in the relationship around these things, then, and again, I think I date older, so that's not a thing. Like, you could care less. I'd be like, I gotta teach you how to use your damn phone. Like,
you got a question, DJ, on the TV.
DJ, what about the conversations in the DMs? That don't bother me. It don't bother me because I can care less about what somebody writes you.
As long
it's
as
how
not
you
entertaining.
respond.
I was just about to say
it's how you respond. But men like to act oblivious to stuff sometimes. Like, oh, no, she was just telling me to have a good day. Every day this week.
Right. No.
But again,
what are these emojis? Why is this cat crying?
For real. No, let the cat out the bag, please.
Right?
It would never bother me because at the end of the day, I don't care. Like, I think that's where self-love comes in, right? I don't put my value in what you or like you don't make or break me.
Right.
So if you make a conscious choice to respond to a DM,
that is your choice.
That is your personal choice.
If he dies, he dies.
That is your personal choice.
It's your personal choice. I can't tell you what that's gonna happen. I'm playing. You know, I ain't gonna lie, it took a lot of growth for me to get to that point. You understand? You got to do a lot of tearing shit up for that. But I'm just saying. Now, I just feel like if you make the choice, you knew, because a lot of that stuff, that's why I said I can never take somebody back after a cheating scenario because it's premeditated.
Yep.
So if somebody jumped in your DMs, you had the choice between reading it and as you were responding to make the decision to not respond, or you peeped it and you did not check the situation. A lot of the times people like to act like you don't exist on social media when you, by way, and I'm not one to post who I'm dealing with or none of that, but you will know. You know what I'm saying? But again, I don't get bothered by DMs. I don't get bothered by double tap. Like, none of that. It don't bother me.
It's irrelevant.
Renai, did you answer?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
How you feel?
After you go, I want to ask the group a question too.
I feel the question is dangerous.
This is a very dangerous question. What's your body count? No, I'm kidding. not that question. Go ahead.
It's like
going to DMs.
It's like anything else when it comes to social media is what you make out of it.
Mm-hmm.
You can use it for good. You can use it for bad. My personal opinion, I think when it comes to Facebook, Instagram, I feel like it's more for women than it is for men. That's just my personal opinion. And because of them posting, well, me and Babe doing this, me and Babe doing that, I seen one post of like, yeah, I like, he's a good man because he washing my panties. Ooh. Like, you know what I'm saying, just to get that attention. And the thing.
Who on your friends list?
Who you from?
All right, I just shake my head, man. I don't do what you do, but at the same time, when people are in your business and something bad happens, what happened? What happened? And you already entertaining because you want to entertain other people, and you live in a fake lifestyle. You got people out there living champagne dreams on a beer budget. Be in the club, stacks.
It's their rent money.
Yeah, and and just do stuff just to get the likes.
That's all social media is for.
And the whole thing about it is like you get mad if you do post something. Well, I don't know why y'all, it's all in my business. Well, you put it out there for the world to know. But you can use it as a good tool. Depends on, like, for instance, shout out to Jermaine Reynolds. He just got remarried. He posts up his wife every day because, that's how much he admired her and tells stories about his kids. And, just to motivate people to do the right thing, because I learned a lot just with seeing him posting, with what he did even with his first wife, God bless the dead, how, like when she was battling through cancer, he had a picture of her in the corner with some pink boxing gloves. And he's like his trainer, like motivated, like, you're going to beat this cancer. And I think that, people don't want to use their social media for that. They want to use it for, well, Babe got me this big old Mercedes. Well, I need to spoil somebody's son. I'm like, really? I said, you need all that attention.
It just depends on the type of people that you have on your news feed.
Yeah, and
that's what you follow, and you spend the most time watching. That's what's going to pull you.
And that's the thing about either social media be a good thing or a bad thing. It all depends on what you. Some people can't separate from reality from fiction. That's basically what it boils down to when it comes dealing with the social media part. If I was getting a relationship, no, I would not post my significant other because it's none of their business. Because at the end of the day, I ain't gonna say she belongs to me, but she's with me. That's all what matters. Yeah, I probably will post pictures of us, but it's not mandatory. If that make any sense. I think people make it mandatory.
Yeah, some people feel like it's not official until you post them.
Yes. Right. And that's how you getting people in your business. Then, when you post up your whole band, that's when you have a woman DMing, yeah, he was with me last night and he was doing this and doing that. And you in post like, yeah, he's hating that. Boop, boop, boop. And I'm like, okay. I said, you put yourself out there like that. But it all depends on how you use it. Jeez. So go ahead, Phil.
It's a curse and a blessing.
So DJ asked, she was bringing something up, and I wanted to expound on what she was saying. This all goes back to what I was saying and how men endure more, right? Mm-hmm. So I want to ask you guys, when you talk about the boundaries conversation, who's the one who puts the boundaries on who? I know you're going to say both, but in reality, it's the woman that puts the boundaries on it.
No.
And also the expectations. I feel that if a man puts expectations on a woman, he's automatically in the wrong.
Yep.
And if a man puts boundaries on a woman, he's automatically viewed as controlling.
Yep.
I think it's a certain way.
It's how you do it.
It's how you do it. Correct.
So give me an example of how is it a positive way for a man to put boundaries on a woman without being villainized?
When you talk about what are things you both want out of a relationship, right? So when you set this conversation up, it needs to be where both parties are in a receptive space. Everybody knows the timing and how they can connect with someone in order for them to receive what they're saying. That's just something that you should learn in Communication 101. Like, y'all knew the time to ask your parents for something. If you was going to ask to stay at your friend's house, do not catch mommy when she just get off work. Right. Don't catch pops when he getting ready to watch the game because he ain't listening.
When they having a good time.
So you just know the time that you're going to communicate with that person for them to receive what you're saying in the best way possible. Whatever that time looked like for me, it's always been in some form of intimate setting where we don't have distractions. I don't do phones on serious conversation dates. And typically it's not in a setting that has, it's just an intimate setting. And when we're having this conversation and you say, hey, you know, at this point, how are you feeling about where we are? And if both parties are feeling serious enough to say, okay, we're ready for this progression, let's talk about what that looks like to you. What do you expect? And I always ask it. I'm not going to I'm giving you the safe space to enter to say, what is it that you require out of, or that you would request out of a significant other? What does that look like for you? What does a successful relationship and marriage look like to you? And I get really specific. What is it that you require your significant other to do? And if you can't get that, you have to be straightforward. And if I feel like you're trying to protect whatever, this comes to masculine and feminine, if you're trying to feel like avoid that vulnerable space to answer out of fear of what the reaction and response may be, because I get some women may not have that way of bringing it up, then I'm going to ask more probing questions until you get the direct answer, and then vice versa. So now you've created the safe place to have that exchange to where both parties can lay it out. Typically, this is when you will find that we are not going to work because we want different things. We may be compatible personality-wise to where we can connect without a friction. However, what love looks like to you and what love looks like to me is different. Two different things. So what you require, it is nothing about, it's not an issue as to what you require. It's the fact that this is where you understand that there's some things that I might not be. I've been the one that may not be able to provide what you're looking for.
That part.
But at least we have that understanding.
Finish this sentence. Happy wife.
Happy life?
Supposed
Happy
to be.
life.
Supposed to be.
How you feel about that?
To a certain degree. I don't know. It's a catch-22.
Yeah.
Why is it a catch-22?
Because it's easier to say happy wife, happy life.
Because the woman's happiness is...
It's supposed to be, catered around the woman. But then again, I think, me personally...
You see where I'm going with this, Renai, right?
Me personally, I just, listen, if we're cool... I'm not that hard to get along with.
I know you're not.
Sorry.
I'm just asking. I'm just asking these generalized questions. The reason why I'm bringing it up is because everybody knows the term "happy wife, happy life," and this brings back to my. I'm not trying to argue with any of y'all. I'm just
no. Yeah.
But I'm not a wife. I've never been a wife, so I don't have. I can't even answer.
Well, I think even in
these are all inundated stigmas, though.
Even in non-marriage relationships, the woman's happiness is always on a higher level than the man's happiness. And that just brings me back to what I was saying earlier, is that when a man is unhappy, he gets unheard. Or when he does bring up something, it has to be in the perfect situation, like DJ mentioned, where it has to be, and it's a situation where both of y'all can.
I think that's the only time a man is. I think that's the only time a male feels safe, though. Because
granted, because he's in fear of the woman being unhappy of him voicing his not.
No, he in fear of being alone.
I don't think men fear being alone.
Yes.
I don't think men fear being alone.
Yes, they do.
I think it just depends on the relationship.
More men lack the understanding that they need a woman, because they be like, oh, I pay the bill, I do this, I do that, or whatever. I don't need you, I want you. They lack that understanding that no, you need a woman. So they do fear being alone.
I think women are the same way too.
Yeah, just as much.
We do need them.
I feel like we need each other. People say
we
happy
do.
life.
Yeah, we do.
Happy life.
But
I say happy house, happy spouse.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It should go both ways.
But that's an outdated stigma. That line is happy wife, happy life. I feel like that's why there's so many things on our community, because we keep back to the Renai was saying about the about social media's presence, right? All this stuff that's happening right now that social media catches, it's not that it didn't happen before. We're just able to see it.
Correct.
Because guess what? Clicking on somebody's phone is what used to come on Time Warner cable on the box with porn, dog. It's not that it did not happen. We just have the capability of seeing it real time now. But it's not that it wasn't a thing. So these are inundated concepts and mindsets that's not fitting to where we are now.
But I think even though they are antiquated, not inundated, but I think that even now the way everything is marketed, it's still marketed to that ideology.
It
like
is.
He went to Jared. Who gives a fuck about the dude? Father's Day is the 19th.
So this is
number one, 19th ranked.
Who the hell is
holiday.
Jared?
The jeweler.
You know what, Phil?
I thought we called him.
Check this out. I'm glad you
we call
mentioned
him
that.
Jacob the jeweler. I never heard of Jared.
I'm glad you said that. Okay, when Mother's Day is celebrated, right?
Mm-hmm.
You hear, cool. When it comes to Father's Day, you hear women like, I play both roles. I play the mother and father.
Yes.
But you don't hear a man go on Facebook saying
he can't.
You know what I'm saying? Well, I play both roles as well, even though he might have the child and do it the same.
He cannot. Do you know that childbirth deaths are the leading deaths in the black community? Until you can lay on the table to say you almost gave your life to give a baby, it's not going to be equal. It's not. And that's why a woman can sit there and say on Mother's Day and celebrate it to the extent that they do.
But the thing about it is, okay, when it comes to the American government, right, why they didn't give men the opportunity to get welfare? Because they knew that if a man was to get welfare, they know that he will be able to double it.
The military was the welfare for men.
No,
the military was the welfare for men. That was why they took men out of homes. They took men out of homes. We didn't put them out there.
The military, the purpose of the military was to, to shape up. Was to shape up and it gave people careers, not welfare. Welfare
people,
didn't give out no careers
because women were not able to join until.
No, but what I'm saying is, when Martin Luther King and Malcolm X went to the civil rights movement, when the FBI found out that Martin Luther King and Malcolm X was funded by family. So they knew that they could never, ever have a civil rights movement ever again like that to them. So they was like, well, hey, how can we break down the home? We take the father out. Same thing when it comes to dealing with a kingdom. They don't come for the queen. They come from the king. You look at any thing that deals with, like with pharaohs, in order for a kingdom, you have to take down the king. And when you take down the king, everything is in chaos. And that's what they did. And that's how you have so much division when it comes to marriage, when it comes to why black women feel a certain way and black men feel a certain way. And that's why, because even, my grandma, she's old school. She even states that, like some of the women of today are not up to par of the women back then. Because of the
that's old people just say that though.
Yeah.
That's just old people.
Yeah. that part too.
Old people messed up. They messed up our society now, man. And they complain about us. Sorry, I'm not talking about your grandma specifically, but I'm just. I'm just saying as in like more of the traditional way.
So this is let me get this out. So what it is you got to think about when you want something dead. What do? You cut the head off, right? So that is the only reason why they went so hard at the black men, because that they were the head. They were actually leading families. They were actually it was mainly a 2-parent home everywhere you went back in the day. You know what I mean? So in order for them to get us to where we are now, they had to cut off the head. And it wasn't about, see, the difference between a man and a woman is a man can have how many babies in 9 months? A woman can only have one. So he can have a baby with every woman on the street. You know, understand what I'm saying? She can't go have a baby with every man on the street in 9 months. She can only have
but the thing about it, because she's nurturing a child doesn't mean that she's automatically going to be a good mother.
No, I think that's what I'm saying. You got so because here's the thing. What this is going back to is the fact that when you brought up the concept of why Mother's Day is so heavily praised, and then on Father's Day you get this, that, and the third on negative energy, I think we still have to understand what motherhood is.
But
not saying that yes, we do understand that there are women that have children that are not good mothers, but it's more of the recognition that a role a woman plays in the childbearing and the childbirth process. That's where the respect comes in.
Well,
but can you is it cool for a woman to say Happy Father's Day to themselves? Because I think you were alluding to that.
No, me personally, on Father's Day, she might as well say Happy Mother's Day times again. I don't know.
If the woman is being forced to play both roles for an inactive father that's by choice, because there's some inactive fathers that is not by choice, but deportation and things like that, where you cannot physically be there. Those are like circumstances that you cannot physically be there, or prison, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Those circumstances. But by choice, if she felt like saying Happy Father's Day because she's playing both roles, she can. But a lot of the times, that's not the problem.
So can a man
say the same?
Say that?
Yeah.
I know you're going to say no because he didn't give birth, but there are single fathers out there.
Play both. Yeah.
But if a man said that,
So this is what I say. For me, I'm a single mom. I've been a single mom. I raised all my kids by myself. I don't tell myself Happy Father's Day. I'm not a father. I'm a really dope, great mom.
Yeah.
I don't play father part because I don't know how to play father part. I didn't even have my father in my life, so how can I play father part? You know what I'm saying?
I've just never seen that, though. I've never seen a woman say that. I've never seen a woman say Happy Father's Day.
No, I have.
Yes,
but for me, it's like...
You don't be on social media.
I don't.
Like
I'm not a father. I'm just a super dope mom. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just it. But I do see a lot of women like, oh, it's my day too. You know what I'm saying? And that'd be that bitterness.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the whole thing with Kanye. When Kanye, when he got a divorce from Kim, he moved across the street. They said he was crazy. He was a narcissist. Calling everything except the child of God. You had Tom Brady. Him and his wife got a divorce. She got a house across the street from where he stayed at in Miami.
That was a prenup clause.
But
you gotta do your research.
But even though prenup clause or no prenup clause, that's still the same. No,
it's not the same.
No, Kanye was trying.
It's not the same.
Kanye
Right.
trying to keep an eye on his kids. Because them women ain't right.
Right. But again, he did not understand.
But they didn't see it that way. But
it's not gonna be that because it's not the same situation.
Because they didn't see it that way. They looked at Kanye.
Apples and oranges.
They're like Kanye, like, oh, he's crazy. He's crazy. I'm like, he's trying to be next to his kids.
Apples.
Yo, we gotta land this
Apple
plane.
bottle.
We gotta land this plane.
Hey, so let's go ahead and get down to this trivia.
No, we done. Trivia's done.
Celebrity gossip.
Celebrity gossip. Yeah, celebrity gossip.
We got even more.
Yeah.
All right.
Ooh. Wow.
Okay.
That's all you know.
All right. Our celebrity gossip. We're going to talk about Kanye West and also Takeoff from the Migos. Our prayers go out to the Migos, the families. That's one of my favorite rappers, I'm not going to lie. Very humble guy. But first, let's start off with Kanye West. We do know he's going through a lot, of course. Some of his businesses, everything, endorsements, everything is being pulled back. Adidas, they're dropping him. So he did have a little clip to say about Hebrews and Black African Americans. Let's play it.
Oh, there's two.
It's like if a black man is caught with some in the car or something, everybody in the car gonna go to jail with him, right? But if a black man can play basketball or rap, only he gets the record deal. So meaning like if one black man does something bad, all the other blacks get caught with him. If one black man does something good, nobody else gets nothing with him. It's a reverse for the Jewish people, right? If a Jewish person could repeatedly fucks me on a deal, it's just them. It's just the businessman. It's not the people. It's not nobody else. But if a Jewish person does good, all of their people eat with them. That's one of the flips. I gotta tell you something. Where is a black guy that has a Jewish person signed to him? Point it out. Tell me that. Where is a black person that's signed to a Jewish person? All of them. Basically 90% of them.
98%.
Now, I agree with him to a certain degree, but before I get into how I feel, Ashley, how do you feel about that segment?
I agree with what he's saying, but it goes back to the race. Like, everybody always has to put race in between the mix to make it make sense. But really, you have to look at a person's character and what they are doing. Like you say, you know who you are and you know who you're dealing with. So if you knew who that person was beforehand and you saw the track record of what they were dealing with, then you should not have dealt with them.
Correct.
If you knew that they were good, then you could have, you keep it going. You make your decision in that role. So you got to take race out the picture and look at the character and who that person is.
Nope.
Nah, not in this case. And I'm going to tell you why. This whole thing comes down to race. Because what he's explaining is the business setup of it. Everything he's talking about deals. He's talking about being signed. He's talking about the business aspect. The reason why you cannot take race out of it is because African Americans have been redlined from the beginning of time. Business was not our structure according to the rules by what they play. So what that means is that, which he is correct, 98% of these industries are owned and operated by Jews. So when you see the top of the top for different industry standards, like Walmart CEO does not own nothing. There's businesses above that person that runs and cooperates everything. And this is what he's saying. He's saying, I agree with him 1,001%. And the only reason being is because back in the day when I was modeling and doing all of that stuff, there was a and I also have a lot of friends from the industry, and there was a brunch. It's really for execs, for all of the labels to come and you get to see showcase the new artists and who's out, whatever, all that stuff, right? Long story short, not all of us was the artists. Black people was the artists. When you look at the top of the top, when it was in Cali, when you look at the top of the venue, not one black person.
You guys want to see something?
Those were the execs. Yeah.
For those who are squinting, every single aspect of the media is
Jewish. Right. Now, another.
We can choose to stand up and
add another notch to that. How Asians are able to come over here and get straight business deals to open anything that we cannot get
at all.
You can't ignore race in this factor because that's the story. That's the telltale. We just don't do the research to know who's making the calls. And that's why I said, too, if you want to be another last point, look at what's happening that people got to understand when little stuff like this happen in the media. You got to go pay attention to what's actually being passed. Yep. Look at the laws that was passed and then look at what's happening business-wise. Walmart just closed 10,000 stores. Crazy Elon just laid off 30,000 employees and set to do 50,000 by the end of this month. Uber just laid off 11,000 people. Lyft just y'all got to look at the business moves ever since Kanye spoke up about what's going on.
But it's not the Jewish fault. It's our fault because we never did the research. So
right, it is our fault.
Following
so
along
basically,
the trend.
It's taking Kanye to wake all of us up.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Kanye is on assignment. I'm gonna just let y'all know that now.
Wait a second. Are we making him a martyrs?
What's that?
No. Yeah, and essentially in a way, he's going about it the wrong way.
No.
Right? He's going about it. The greatest leaders that were able to affect change in our community did it silently. They infiltrated first. And then they put people in position where you were outnumbered. What he's doing a whistleblowing tactic, which only brings rage, and it's not enough people. Everyone's going against him right now. Nobody wants to hear what Kanye's saying because of the way he's doing it.
Mm-hmm. No, I think it's just because the way they put, you know how they get a clip, they clip it, and they give out the clips. You know what I'm saying? So people are watching the clips. They're not watching the whole truth. They're not paying attention to the background stories and all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying?
But we just watched the clip.
That's what I'm saying.
You understood it, though.
Just the clip. Correct. No, but you got to see the whole thing. You know.
But did you watch the whole of that?
Oh yeah,
we just caught parts of it.
Right, but you have the mentality, right? You have the mentality to see that small clip to say, dang, there's some truth in that. Let me go look it up.
But everybody don't.
Don't
That's
have
just
them.
like that's
Yeah.
just like me. I'm gonna go say me. Just say for me.
Yeah.
I'm a Hebrew Israelite,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm trying to convince all y'all that we the real Jews.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
Can't
saying?
say that.
Yep.
We don't understand
gonna
what I'm
upset
saying.
somebody.
That's what I'm trying
Yeah,
to say. So
you-
think
Look at
that's,
Kyrie.
that's what happened. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I'm this person, and I'm a Hebrew, so I'm trying to tell y'all know we are Hebrews.
Right.
But I'm wrong because the way I'm saying it.
Right.
But it's the truth. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like when like the other clip they got of him when he said they sacrificed his mama. I fully believe that with everything in me because if you see. It happens everywhere. They will sacrifice somebody's family and then they fall off into turmoil and they seem like they pick them back up, right? You know what I'm saying? To do what with them again?
That's what
Play with them.
Greek culture is.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of people don't see, but it's based off of that mythology, by the way.
Right. And people that don't know really, so I do history and all type of stuff, so I know about the Greeks and the Moors and Jews and all stuff like that. So I think when you have the knowledge and you see those type of clips, it hit different. Because
That's what
for
it
an
is.
Uneducated person, like, oh,
he crazy.
he on drugs or something. That man is fully sane.
But what bothers me is the people in the entertainment industry that knows that I've only got a small taste of the industry, but people that literally came up in the industry that spoke against them.
They know because
that's
scared.
the crazy
They're
part.
scared.
But-
They're scared.
But the thing about it is, like, I gave you another clip, right? You know, see when Kanye make points like this raises the.
The
go ahead,
George
play the clip.
Floyd documentary that Candace Owens put up, one of the things that his two roommates said was, they want a tall guy like me. They want a tall guy like me. And the day when he died, he said a prayer for, 8 minutes. He said a prayer for 8 minutes. They hit him with the fentanyl. If you look, the guy's knee wasn't even on his neck like that. When he said mama is his girlfriend. They said he screamed for his mama. Mama was his girlfriend. It's in the documentary. But something that hit me, that fucked me up when I was watching the documentary, and it said, they want a tall guy like me. When I looked at that image of him, this tall black dude with the bald head, he reminded me of somebody else. Who you think he reminded me of?
Virgil.
He reminded me of Virgil. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna cry in front of y'all because that's how they get me, right?
Right.
But I know that we lost him.
Who's Virgil?
That was the designer that did the Yeezys, but who also came from Prada and a bunch of other lines that died.
Yeah, I think he died this year.
He died last year.
Or last year.
Early this year. Sorry, early this year. It's coming up on a year.
So like when he made comments like that about George Floyd, that rages the community. That rages for us. We don't see that other part of him explaining about the whole Jews because we so busy being pissed off at him
Defending the cop.
Yeah.
But did anybody?
He didn't
catch
defend
that?
the
'Cause,
cop.
I just
But that's
heard,
what it says,
No, I
even
just
though he
see,
did not.
But that's why
Exactly.
you can't read if you read the caption. You got to remember.
No, you gotta listen.
Me-
He just said he said they hit him with the fentanyl. Did y'all
Yeah.
hear that? They hit him with the fentanyl. He didn't say he was on fentanyl.
No.
He said they hit him with the fentanyl.
Right.
And that's where stuff be getting misconstrued.
And that correct. And you got to remember the media is set to trigger us.
Yes.
And this is why
Fear.
when they want a response out of our community, they know exactly the little. Not the little. Not to it's still a death, but the white dude that got killed by the cop sitting in the car at the Wendy's. You don't see white teen slayed by police officer.
Right.
You don't see that.
Correct.
You don't.
Because it's not going to get headlines.
Right.
It's not.
But the minute we get triggered by black man assassinated by a cop, all hell break loose. Because they know we are going to respond and we're going to get out there in numbers, but they are also killing us in numbers. Because every time y'all riot, they now get trigger happy. They get to use us as target practice to hit. But whether they shooting rubber bullets or whatever,
Just a reason to
it's
release
a
their
reason they
anger.
getting something off.
Yeah.
Right.
It's the reaction we give them.
Right, but if you gotta listen, and then it's the caption that people get caught up because that's where they screenshot and repost the caption. They're not listening to what he's saying.
Right.
So once you read that caption, then you're listening to him saying his knees was not on his neck, and then it's like certain clips you're just missing because you're just paying attention to what you're paying
Trigger
attention to.
statements.
Yeah,
Exactly.
because with that statement, his the mother of George Floyd's daughter had basically suing Kanye for $250 million.
But why? When he already gave him like $2 million.
But but that boils down to how stuff could be misconstrued of him saying that and make him feel some type of way.
But he quoted the documentary.
That she helped
So
make.
she can't get a penny from him. You need to go after Candace Owens and her husband who filmed that documentary. Yep. But then guess what? Candace Owens is not a dumb cookie either.
She ain't.
You can hate her all you want to, but understand if you're going to drop a documentary, somebody gave up a story, but it's going to go against the media. This is why black families shouldn't take them settlement payments whenever they get paid for a black person's death.
That's right.
That hush money go a long way,
Yes,
but it also gets cut off.
Correct.
So you give a statement, and I bet you
That
Candace
money
Owens,
cut
that
off.
meant right. So you can go back in Candace Owens' archives. I bet you somebody interviewed and gave a statement where she felt like she has the jurisdiction to now promote this reasoning in a documentary on such a sensitive death.
I'm gonna say something. Don't ever tell anybody this address because y'all gonna have a target on y'all back.
That's all right.
I don't want
I mean,
I don't want anybody following y'all in here. You know what I'm saying? So just y'all tread lightly.
Stay dangerous.
Stay safe.
Oh, and also let's go ahead and talk about what Takeoff.
And Takeoff. We do have a little clip.
Popular Atlanta rapper and member of Migos, Takeoff, was shot and killed in Houston early this morning. It reportedly happened around 2:30 a.m. at a bowling alley. Witnesses told TMZ there was an altercation while a group played dice. Takeoff, whose real name is Kirshnik Karibal, was the youngest member of Migos. The Migos came together as a group in 2008 and became multi-platinum hitmakers. They were #1 on the Billboard charts with their hit song Bad and Bougie in 2016. 2 other people were hurt in the incident. No arrests have been made at this.
That person was. I heard that person who killed him was killed.
He was killed.
Was he?
Really? Yeah.
Really?
2 days
I
later.
missed that one. I didn't even hear that one, but
Well,
yes.
this is how I feel about the whole, the thing about dealing with the whole Takeoff situation. Basically, with a lot of rappers, because we lost a lot of rappers this year. It's about, like the company that you keep, people you hang out with. And because, even though he might be the chill type, because he was known to be quiet and laid back, it always be them to be ones to be the wrong people at the right time, what my grandma would say. Just be around the wrong crowd. Foolishness.
I blame the Jews.
Phil.
What? I'm serious. The record executives.
Yeah.
I'm not okay. I was joking when I said I blame the Jews. So please don't cancel me.
They finna come.
But we just
Cancel
had,
culture
right?
don't. Cancel culture exists only when you give a fuck.
Yeah, exactly. What I mean by that is I watched another TikTok of some white record executive kind of spilling the tea on that. I don't know if y'all all saw that too, but it really hit a chord with me because it made a lot of sense. And I thought this way for a long time, but the way that this guy articulated it kind of made it click for me. Right? I don't have the video because it's like 7 minutes long. But to paraphrase is that hip hop music is the only music that is projected that glorifies sex, drugs, murder, violence, rape, misogyny, right? And if you have the positive black artists, they don't get played.
Correct.
Because the record executives want to push that culture because we are doing the dirty work for them. You don't see any other music genre that glorifies this. I mean, you have heavy metal, but this is a very, very small percentage. But they create that lifestyle to where that is glorified, where murder is glorified, where drugs is glorified, where all that stuff is glorified. And then when you have somebody wakes up and doesn't want to do that anymore, they immediately don't get played. How often do you see a talented artist, like a woman, let's say a talented artist who's a woman, she doesn't get played because she's not half naked?
True.
True.
Yeah.
It's only in hip hop. Why is that only in hip hop? And the stuff with Takeoff I feel like is a testament in that. And I feel like we as, a culture really need to wake up and see who really is behind the curtain controlling that. I'll stop talking in a second, but if you take it back to 2006, Soulja Boy claims he's done a lot of things. Yeah. Right? But one thing that Soulja Boy I give him credit for is he created the term for people to distribute themselves.
Yep, he did.
Yes.
Right? Not to rely on record labels. And I feel that pendulum does swing, and I feel that we are swinging out of that pendulum to where record companies are, I guess, taking the power back ahead, because social media is everywhere. We actually have the power. These record labels, they don't have the power. We have the power to make the money. We have the power to do all that. And I really wish that we as a culture would stop glorifying that stuff, because it's killing our youth, it's killing our talented people. Takeoff was the most talented one in Migos.
Yes, he was. Yeah. Yes, he was.
And it's an incredible tragedy, and I really hope we as a hip hop culture we change that ideology.
You know, see, they kind of need that, because how are they going to build more? Having these people doing these things, killing each other, raping and doing that,
It's almost like this is a
money.
plan.
It is.
Well,
I heard recently that they are now they have insurance on these
now,
rappers now.
It's been out.
And that now they're killing them off.
As they sign
so now
that,
they're killing them
sign
off.
your
that is a life insurance policy on you, sweetheart.
Yeah, that's
and they
it's
collect
not new.
on it. Your family don't collect on it; they collect
because they put it in a way that they've upfronted you money to jumpstart your career. So they need you to sign the policy, because if something happens to you,
their asset.
they want it right. Yeah. But the policies are out there greater than what they actually collected on. That's nothing new. Tony Braxton's story about when they went bankrupt will tell you this ain't nothing new. This been done since the 80s.
But you know, to get back on the whole part what you said about the Jews, it's so funny that you said that, right? Because I know the Breakfast Club, they had played they had this one guy on there that used to run Def Jam, and he was a Jew, and he really broke it. He's like, well, if you have somebody like Common, then you have somebody like NBA YoungBoy. You know, so you're not gonna promote Common because he's not gonna sell as much. But you're gonna promote NBA YoungBoy because he sells. But he said that he said, you know, hey, I am a hypocrite because I need to feed my family. He's willing to feed his family
at the cost of ours.
Yes, and exactly, and that's what sometimes, you know, and he actually admitted that, and I wish that more people would see that and will awaken, will open their eyes, and that's what Charles White, that's what he preach about a lot. But I think, with our community, we don't hold, what I'm saying, we don't have no true black leaders, and as well as we don't have a plan.
I'm nominating you, Renai.
No.
I'm nominating you.
Step up.
Stop selling your soul.
I come out there with a Frank Castle shirt and start shooting up the place. But tonight's show, we went over,
over 2 hours.
Yeah, 2 hours.
Dang, yeah.
That was good.
Yeah, but the main thing, but Jelaine, y'all know that it's not going to be always 2 hours. The show is really an hour and 30 minutes long, but we haven't, been interacting, and we haven't been, hosting any shows.
We missed each other.
Right. I missed y'all too.
So, as our topic, we talk about what the biggest problem in marriage and relationships. Of course, we all have different opinions, which is nothing wrong with that. Neither are right or wrong, just giving our different opinions. And I think that makes, the panel so unique and so beautiful. But as well, you will see more of us starting, I'll be doing my personal podcast. I'll be interviewing musical artists. So,
and he's also running for president in 2024. Be the change you want to see in the world, Renai. Stand up. Shine that bald head and run for 2024. Renai, President Carter.
But also, got Lynn. She gonna be doing her thing out in the streets. Interviewing people.
Street team.
Then, I'm trying to, lure someone. I'm looking dead at her, but she trying to figure out what's going on. But we working on some things. So we not gonna do nothing too major for this year. But when 2023 hits, we gonna kick the ball running because we are motivated, and the show's gonna get better and better and better. So we coming with it. Ain't no more taking days off. And also we do have Clubhouse, so that will be starting in January 2023. So usually when we not doing the show, we'll be doing Clubhouse. So so we get that personal interaction with the, with the people. So, it feels good, feels great. Let's
tune in next time.
Yes,
all right.
Tune in next time.
Stay updated.
All right, guys.
Like,
subscribe, and share.
Bye.
Chop it like I see you, boy.